Right, so got a new feature to show you guys. This one's pretty simple to show off. It's to do with the spellcasting system. We now have it so that you can cast spells by entering the spellcasting mode. And in spellcasting mode, time freezes, which will give you a chance to aim and choose your targets for certain spells. In this case, we have one spell implemented, which is Enchant Weapon, which costs 2 mana. It's going to give you a damage bonus, and it will also have the added effect that it lets you break tougher to break things. Kind of like how a bomb is used in Zelda to break cracks in the wall. We're going to use the Enchant Sword ability, and there will be other spells that can cause this effect as well, but the initial spell that gives you access to this will be Enchant Sword, and it'll let you break holes into walls, that kind of stuff. Literally by swinging your weapon at them to show how powerful the spell makes the weapon at this point. Casting spells is as simple as pressing a button or holding down a trigger to enter spell mode, which freezes time. This is inspired by Final Fantasy 15 for the most part, but also kind of going back to the Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale days, where you would pause, make decisions for your characters, and then you would move on. Right now, the spell slots are in the center of the screen when you hold Q, and there are 4 of them, and this is due to the gamepad limitations for the most part. What I hope to do eventually is have a system where you could tab between different selections of spells on the gamepad, and then on the keyboard, when you press Q, there'll be a larger selection of spell slots, probably around 10, because of, again, input limitations on keyboards. But right now, it's 4. We'll see how it goes. I might keep it at 4. It depends how I feel about the game balance of having access to all of your spells at once. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that quite yet. What I was thinking about was, if I do have it so spells can be cast regardless if they're in the slots, how you'll have to like pause, essentially go into the spell book, select the spell, cast it. And I don't really like the idea of that user experience yet, so I'll probably poke some of your brains about that in the future. But for now, it's just you hold Q, you have a spell, you press the same button that it corresponds to on the gamepad. So the top one is Y, for example, on my Xbox controller, and it goes the same really for the keyboard controls, where I've got all 4 actions tied to H, J, K, and L. So H is the top one, J is the next one clockwise, and so on. So you press H, it takes mana away, and it enchants your weapon. Right now, I don't really have anything to show for actually using that spell's effect, because I haven't made anything that actually checks if you've cast that effect, and I have no effects system in general, so anything that I apply to the character right now is permanent. The other spell that I plan on implementing next is Magic Missile, kind of like the classic D&D spell, where you can aim it at someone, and it's actually going to bend slightly through the air, so that you can use it to shoot round corners, or you can fire it round a pillar, or say a creature that is protecting another creature. That's probably the example that I'm going to use when I actually implement it. So there's actually quite a lot of progress that's been made under the hood. Again, most of this stuff is under the hood. Things to do with casting specific spells, their mana, that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the current sprint. And we are at, let's see, we are at sprint number 8. So we've got Cadenta spellcasting mode now. This is actually no longer relevant, because originally I was going to take out the quick slots when you pause time and have the spell slots there. Don't really have to do that now, though something I might consider adding in the future is moving the spell slots down there. What do you guys think about that? Is something I'd like to know, actually, is should I put the spell slots down where the quick slots are and just have it toggle between the two? Got Enchant Sword in. Magic Missile has been moved to the next sprint because of everything that it requires. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm going to move that to sprint 9 as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think as usual, and if you have any feedback in regards to where I should put the spell slot UI, that would be really useful. And yeah, see you in the next update.